Alrighty, welcome everybody to another tutorial by Andre Psyche, that's me. And my business is Almighty Psyche, that's my business. And this is what taught me a whole bunch of things that I use now almost every single day to connect with my community, to connect with my friends, and to express myself in ways that before was unimaginable. So today, I'm going to be teaching you how to become a journalist if you want to be a journalist. Or better yet, how to be a broadcaster. I'm going to teach you how to, after you have your own message, that's up to you. If you do want to figure out your own message, feel free to contact me at almightypsyche.com or andrepsyche.com. And we can talk about your passions, and we can talk about anything you'd like to extract what is already inside of you. But I'm going to assume you already have that, and we're going to teach you how to take that passion that you have and spread it across the whole world. A whole world. So, first thing you're going to need is an open broadcasting system, OBS. If you use Mac, if you use PC, I'm pretty sure OBS is available for all of it. You can see here, Windows, Mac, Linux. You're going to have to download this, and this is what you will be using to broadcast your screen. This is how I'm doing this right now. So go ahead and download it, Windows, Mac, or whatever you have it. And what you will have at that point is this. Now please excuse all of this mess. Look at that, my face, and it's an infinite mirror of my faces because I'm recording a recording of a recording of a recording, as you can see. And you'll have this, right? And then you'll say, what can I do with that? Well, you see all these extra layers that I've put up. So all of this, the Venmo, the andrepsyche.com, the little colors around it, the camera, every one of those is a layer that you can add to make your broadcast more personal, whatever that may be. Super easy to do. Now you always see this. I've added this on the left and on the right so I can restream it to a lot of different places. Let me show you that real quick. So if you go back to Google, Restream, if you just Google Restream, right there, Restream.io, you click on that, you'll find yourself, well, at least I will find myself here. And this is multi-streaming. Once you get this set up, just log in, sign in. You'll be able to see, analytics, schedule there. You can do a whole bunch of things here as you play around, and feel free to explore that. I'm giving you just the bare minimum to actually start doing this, and if you want to dive in deeper, you should. Now you can upgrade and see that you can do a lot more. Here, Restream with Studio Pro, stream from your browser, extra destinations, ability to remove Restream's branding, blah blah blah. But you can stream to a lot more locations rather than the ones that I'm using. So right now I'm using Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and VK, which is Kontakty. It's a Russian Facebook, you could say. So I'm streaming to those for free. If you wanted to stream to a Facebook group, you're gonna have to upgrade to the next step up, which, if you want to take this full time, if you want to be a journalist, reporter, reporting on any sort of events, you probably would want to upgrade this so you can stream at a lot more places. So that's there. But the main focus is right here. Once you get the set up, you're going to get this RTPM URL and your stream key. Never show the stream key to anybody. Never. But you'll have this, and you'll go back to your OBS, and you'll go to File, Settings, and you'll go to Stream, and then you'll just put that in there, put that information there. You could do auto detect based on what you signed up with, and it'll just do all the work. This is honestly the simplest way to get your streaming setup completed. I've done separately for Twitch, for Facebook, for YouTube, and honestly it's a little bit more of a headache. So if you do this, you stream to all three with ease, and it's much easier to accomplish rather than the other way around. Okay, so I'm gonna take this down again. So now you have Restream. Now you know how to stream. Now you're streaming to a bunch of different places. Now I'm gonna show you how to take it even further. So on the open broadcasting system here, you can see that you can start streaming, which I am not doing right now. I am recording. It says stop recording. So once you have a recording done, if you want to, again, reach more places, because streaming is just one thing. Podcasts are another huge thing, and just having the audio is very important. So I'm going to show you a quick tutorial on that as well. I'm going to take this little board section. It's going to be very short. and I have a video editing software, VideoPad video editor. I paid maybe like about $100 for it. Very simple, very easy to use. You can get a free trial, feel free. But Resolve right here, Davinci Resolve, it's a Adobe Premiere Pro contestant, you could say, and honestly it's probably even better than that. I haven't gotten into it too much because you can do a lot more creative and interesting work. So this is free completely, and I suggest you getting this one right here, Davinci Resolve. You will love it. I know that for a fact. But for this moment, I'm just going to show you the simple steps that I know how to do this. I'm still not incredibly familiar with this. I have to take a bunch of tutorials and understand how to really interact with it efficiently so I don't confuse you. With this one, I can do it much easier. So I'll do that. I'll open it up. There it is, right? You take your video that you've saved now from the recording on OBS or the live stream, and then you go boom boom, you drag it in there. You have the video, you track it into the track, and you can see all of that. Let's see if it'll play the sound. Okay, so you can see me doing a whole bunch of things. I'm on a house board. If you do TikTok, I'm enjoying myself. So what you do here at this point is you need to split unlink from audio. So now the audio is all by itself. We're going to go ahead and take that audio, however you do it, whatever program you do it, I know you can do it. So you take the audio, you save it on its own. You can see I did that there. Open file location. So I have that there. I'm going to pull this out to the desktop so you can see it nice and easy. Okay, fine, we won't because it's being used here. I'm going to close that. It's not necessary anymore. So pull that out. And now you're going to download the next thing is Audacity. If you don't have Audacity, you really should. It's a very versatile and simple to use program to edit audio. Now I also have Cubase here, and I use that for more of my mixing and recording with for my music. But Audacity still does wonders, honestly. So I have my Audacity here. What you're gonna do is, if you want to dive deep into this, there's plenty of tutorials that you can go into. I'm going to show you just the bare minimum that you can get to have well and professional sound, I guess. Good enough. So first of all, shit in, shit out, right? If you put shit in, if you record shit, you're going to get crap no matter what, right? So make sure to record decent things. If you have a decent enough microphone, use that. The phones are pretty decent, so don't be too afraid, but make sure if you want good quality, you got to put in good quality. You can't polish a turd, right? So here you can't hear anything. Let's see if I can change that audio input. Let's add here audio output capture. Okay, and let's go to USB. Okay, so let's see if that changes. And here, microphone, speaker, phone. Nope. I'm not gonna waste too much time on this.
Okay, I'm bored.
Basically, let's do it blind. What you're gonna need is to find a segment of quiet. Right. So this is it, because every room, everything has a noise in the background, and you don't want that. That's the sound that's just the white noise that you will hear in some recordings. So what you're going to do is you're going to find the hotkeys is what I use right now. You didn't see me do it, but noise reduction. And you get noise profile. So let's do it without that. Let's go to effects, go to noise reduction right here. First you get noise profile. You click that after you highlighted the section of quiet. Now you highlight the whole track. You go effect, back to noise reduction, and now you do OK. So here, these settings you can play around with on your own. Noise reduction 20 decibels, sensitivity, frequency smoothing. You can play around and see what you get best, and usually maybe you'll stick with one general one, or depending on the recording you get and the sound that you get, you can tweak with this. Again, there's better tutorials on this. Feel free to search those up for Audacity on YouTube. There's plenty of them. So you click OK. Now, if it's a bigger file, it's going to say loading, but if you would have noticed, there's a very small change that took place. Notice, like around here. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can see. Right. So I'm gonna go do that again and just check here for a little. Alright, maybe you can't see it. I saw it the first time. You get a little, that gets taken out. You want to be careful because sometimes that can distort the audio, the human voice, so much that you're not gonna like it. So just play with it so until it's indecent. So once you pull that out, you cut out what you don't want. Again, I got hotkeys on, so you can figure that out, or just click cut. Right, effects, or edit, cut. Right. Right. So now you have this. You want the audio, the waveforms to be even. First thing, so you see I have this spike here. I want to cut some of that top off. I don't need it. So I'm going to go to the limiter. I have my hotkeys here. You can do yours. Effects. Where are you? There you go. Limiter. Boom. I'm going to go to -7 decibels. I was going to cut it off right there. You can see this is about 7. So that's good enough for me. And then I'm going to amplify it. Let's go to effects. I have my hotkeys obviously, and amplify right there. So I can do 7 to the 7 that I cut, right? And that will just bring everything up in volume. Or you could do compression. Compressor right there, and it will adjust it, and it will make up for the gain loss. So this will make it so the quiet areas and the loud areas will be similar in loudness, right? So instead of even here, see these quiet, even if I bump this up 7, this is going to get bumped up 7. This is going to be still semi-quiet. This is going to be really loud. Compressor is going to bring all of that and make it more or less even. So let's do compressor. You can see here. I would go in and do one more, maybe 6 this time. Cut stuff because this is really big. So now you can see pretty even. And now if you wanted to, I would do the amplification. And I don't want to max it out to 0. So let's just do it 3. Right. So it's nice and loud. It's pretty even, and even visually speaking, you don't even necessarily need to hear after you've been doing this long enough. You can visually see that this will be fine audio. You did a noise reduction. You compressed it. You did this. I also like for like podcasts. I like to add a background later of just maybe some waves, some birds chirping. So let me show you how to do that. I subscribe to a website where you can get free song. Well, I mean free song. Free. Not. I mean you can get free sounds. So let me see. Let's go to bookmarks. For the bookmarks, where are they? Business. Feel free to look at all of these. These are all useful. Where? Not there. Poop analysis. You know it. The more you know about yourself, the more you know about the world. Ask me about that if you're interested. If not, don't worry about it. Let's see. What are you called? Nature Sound? Don't do Nature Sound? Yep, that's it. So Zapsplat. Zapsplat is an amazing tool. There's an array of sounds that you can use. You can search them up, blah 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 blah. See, so let's go with birds, right? Birds. Okay, birds. It's gonna be loading, and at that point you can download the MP3 or WAV. Now I pay yearly, so I can just take as many sounds as I need because it's useful and it's easy. With the free version, you need to include the creator. Put in all of their information to credit the artist, which you always should. But if you pay, you don't have to do that because you pay for it, and you also get a lot more of a choice of what they have. The library gets expanded to a greater extent. So I suggest getting the gold account. It's not too expensive. I think it's maybe like $100 a year to get all these sounds, and it really supports the community. Also, you can check out freesounds.org. I upload a whole bunch of sounds on here too, and look at those balloons. And this is a great place where musicians, audio creators come in and just upload sounds for, again, podcasts or just anything, dark ambient, trolley, suitcase, just sound effect. and this one's run by it's a not-for-profit basically. So you can donate to free sounds if you'd like, or you donate to individual artists that upload here. You can see some of my uploads if I can log in. Almighty Psyche. Feel free to log in here. I do some guitar stuff on here and a little bit of MIDI work, or at least electronic music. Not music, but you know what I mean. Sounds that you can use. And you know, if you find it useful, feel free. It's here for you. All right. So we'll close that. freesounds.org, zapsplat.com. I'm going to go ahead and open a file that I already have. Audio and some songs. Good one. Bounce. Let's see. Waves. Waves. Did I see waves anywhere? Not that it matters too much, but I want that one. Come on, baby. Just tell me where you at. Just tell me where I'm gonna maximize it. So I can find it easier. All right, rainforest, daytime birds chirping. Let's do that one. Pull it in, pull it out, drop it in, and you will see here. Right, it's a lot longer. So we're gonna cut it to length. Zoom in, delete. So now it's the same length, and you wouldn't want to leave it this way because it would be really loud. So here you're gonna go and amplify, and you're gonna take it down -20. Right? You want it to be barely audible. You want it to be in the background, so this is still prominent in your head, in your face, and you have this just bouncing around between your ears, just kind of dragging you along the story, whatever it may be. If you want, you could do fade in, fade out, effects, fade in, effects, fade out, so then you know the beginning and the ending aren't so abrupt. Same thing here if you'd like, but usually this is pretty, it's pretty okay. But if you're gonna do it, do it. Effects, fade out. Right, it's already faded in here, as you can see. And at that point you go File, Export, Audio. And MP3 is what you'd want to use for, I mean, everything. It's small, but if you want high quality audio, which for podcasts you don't necessarily need because it'll be huge, you do WAV. WAV 16-bit, WAV 32-bit, or MP3. Those are the general ones that you use. Find out. I do 16 and MP3 because a lot of places I publish my music, they require 16-bit, so just do it there. But if something requires 32-bit, they'll tell you, or you'll find out. So let's do MP3, boom, and then you type in the artist name, all that stuff. So this is if somebody does take your sound and uses it for whatever reason, it's going to be included here. It's going to come in and say Andre Psyche, right, title of the track, whatever I called it, album number, blah blah blah. Right, so we have that, and at this point we have a sound. Right, we have a sound that's all complete. And we can upload this to our podcast. If you have a podcast streaming service, Podbean, right, Libsyn, Anchor, there's so many of them. Podcasts, publish a podcast, right? How and where to host and publish a podcast. So I mean, you can just Google it and things will pop up, and you can choose which one is the best. Some are free, some are not free. Podbean is one I use. Simplecast, SoundCloud. You can do a lot of these. I used to do SoundCloud, but they don't upload to Spotify, which for me was important because I personally use Spotify a lot. So I wanted to be there, so I pulled it out from SoundCloud. Now I'm on Podbean. But I'm also using Anchor, which you can do from your phone. Anchor is a great, amazing resource to host your podcast. Anchor FM. Amazing. It's free. It hosts. It publishes to everywhere. If you're doing it through Podbean or anything else, here you can see I made some money already. It's very easy to make some money on there through advertisement. I just did one ad and boom, $1.83 already. But analytics are here. Everything that's going on is here. It's free. It publishes to Spotify, iTunes, all the major distribution networks by itself. if you're doing through Podbean or Libsyn or anything like that, you have to manually do it, manually send it out, which you have more control that way. But if you're looking for something that's easy, go to Anchor. You can start out with Anchor, and if you want to expand, go elsewhere. You can record Anchor on your phone or here, right? I have my mixer, I have my microphone set up. It's all easy from here, right? Leave. So if you want to do very final notice, very final closing thoughts. If you'd like to do check. What's going on? Ah, there it is. Sorry. I thought I wasn't getting anything. I was afraid. If you'd like to do online conversations with people, right? So you can use Zoom call or Skype or anything of that nature, and you pull it up. You do the screen recording here, video capture device. Let's set up. I can't set up a new one because I'm recording right now. But or can I? You would want to set up an audio capture device here, right? Audio capture device. Set up. Pick. If you have a mixer, it'll pop up. You choose that one. Make sure to check your audio. As you can see, mine's jumping around. If you want to do images, there it is, and you can drag and drop them as you like. See, at that point, video capture device. That's going to be my face here. Hello, my face. Video capture device. If you have a camera on your laptop, on your computer, that's where that will be coming from. TGI text, all the letters that you see. Text again, audio input capture. So output and input. Input is where my mixer is. Output is if you're conversating with somebody on Zoom. This is where their audio would be. So make sure to have both of these in. And the output, make sure if you are recording somebody else, have them check it a little bit so you can see where the audio falls. You don't want it to clip. If it goes into the red and past it, it's going to make really sharp sound in your ears, and it's going to be really irritating, and listeners don't want that. You're going to have to go in there and cut those out, and that's a lot of work. You don't want to do a lot of work in Audacity. You really don't. If it clips, your 10-minute edit session just turned into a 2-hour edit session, if not 3-4, depending on the length and depending on how many times it clipped, and you have to go through each and every single one of them. So make sure that you set the audio to green, yellow, and maybe even a little bit to the red, so then you do have extremes. Extremes! See, I screamed, not all the way, but it went all the way up here. If somebody else screams and then they clip, that's not good. You need to make sure to get your audio set. You'll get to that point naturally the more you do this. So audio output, it will be the other person, image, and then the last one here is display capture. This is this whole entire thing, and that's what captures my screen here. That is how you are able to capture anything that is on your screen, which is awesome. And then it gets saved in pretty much very high def on your computer, and you can use it as you'd like, which I have shown to you already. You can upload the video, and I suggest when you stream and record, so you have both of those things. If the streaming fails for some reason, you still have the recording. Be smart and try to make sure that as you're doing this, you're creating something beautiful, valuable. You're creating something that other people will actually want to consume, as well as not create any problem for the future, right? Don't create, if you make this and then you have to fix it later and then fix it again and fix it again, you're just going to be sitting there fixing the same video a million times, and it's painful and it's a waste of time. So do everything right the first time, and then the polishing process will be that fast. Done, publish, send. Okay? I believe this is all that I have for you. I gave you OBS, Open Broadcasting System. Find whichever one you like. You don't have to use OBS like I do. There's plenty of them out there. Restream, highly suggested. Also, don't have to use it, but I highly just suggest it. You can use it to stream to everywhere and anywhere. So that way, if you are a channel and if you are a journalist, you can get your message across to everybody, right? I showed you Audacity to edit the audio. a video editing software that's free. Davinci, definitely use it. You can pull out the audio that way, throw it into Audacity, and tweak with that. You can still use the video editing software for its own video editing purposes. You know, when you want to add some flashy things here, some text here, some transitions here, feel free. You can do that. It's there. That's more for the recording, not the streaming. But you know, if it's simple enough, it's worth it, and you get to be creative. And then I showed you where to get the free sounds, or you can upgrade to get more sounds for a small amount of price that you pay. You get what I'm saying, right? And yeah, so there's that. Closing notes. Feel free, please subscribe to the channel. Click like and comment if you did enjoy this, if this was useful to you. If you want to go the extra mile, my Venmo is right there. Venmo is @AlmightyPsyche, or you can go on my website, andrepsyche.com, and you can donate there, or you can purchase something from me there. Maybe some of these things. See this? Or I usually wear my own merch. I'm not doing it today because I don't want to. And you know, share with your friends. Share with your friends. That is the greatest thing that you can do. Share this message with your friends. If you'd like to schedule some one-on-one calls, I also do that. I can train you. I can walk you through literally basically anything. I've done a lot of growing in business and podcast creation, physically, emotionally, spiritually. If you want happiness or anything like that, I got you. In any way, satisfaction is my game. That should be it from me. Thank you for tuning in once again, and
Until next time, good evening, good morning, and good night.
PPS. I will be in a bunch of podcasts this week, tomorrow, the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day. I have it included in a email that I sent out. So if you're not signed up for my email blasts, please sign up on my website, right there, and you will be in the know. But to tell you real quick, here is the email. I'll be doing a podcast on psychonautical, alternative health, philosophy, spirituality, 4/8. That's tomorrow. Random Ramblings with Rob, 4/9. Burial Legacy, 4/10. Conquest of Bliss, also Friday, 4/10. And a bunch of other podcasts are coming up in the next couple of weeks. Trivia, creative process, marketing, things that you might really enjoy. So I will be going live. So please subscribe to find this in your notification bubble. And you can watch it on my Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch live here. I also have a new song coming out right here, The Secret, on my website. You can buy the pre-release, or it's coming out on the 12th. And I highly suggest that. And my graphic design portraits. See this one? I drew myself, all fabulous like. I do go into much greater detail, usually to add to the photo. But, you know, whatever's clever. Whatever is clever. And you can book me for my services at any time. Just reach out. Okie dokie. Okie dokie, artichoke. It was great talking to you.
I will see you later. Mwah.